Hello friends, you're back on the Infoport Psychology channel, and we're excited to continue our Why Women Give Some a Chance and Others Don't video series. Today, we have part 6, and it's going to be a rich and rewarding one. What are we going to talk about? How do you maintain interest once you've met? Why is it important to avoid playing games in relationships? How do you deal with negative consequences? Why is patience a key factor in communication? Why do women value a sense of security? And why is confidence attractive, but self-confidence repulsive? Exciting topics that will help you better understand women and build more harmonious relationships. Give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell so we don't miss the most important tips. Let's go figure it out. So, you've met, exchanged contacts, and now you're on the stage where the most important role is to keep her interested in you. Getting to know each other is just the beginning. If you don't maintain yourself in the first few days of socializing, you risk ending up on her list of forgotten contacts. And there, among the numbers, Masha the hairdresser, delivery courier, and Dima, who tried to make a joke about cows, you will definitely not be remembered. Why it's important: supervise means showing that you not only wanted to get to know each other, but that you know how to have an interesting conversation. If your communication leads to the banal, "Hi, how are you?" know that you've already added the first boring touch to her thoughts. It's like subscribing to a show where the first episode has intrigue and the second episode is all about the characters staring out the window for hours. Nobody wants that. How not to lose interest? Avoid one-word phrases. "Hi, how are you?" is not dialogue. It's a standard nice package that doesn't inspire a sequel. This message looks like you're running a chatbot that's hung up. Use topics that were discussed when you were dating. If you said your favorite movie or dream of visiting Japan, keep the conversation going in that direction. You mentioned that you adore Japanese food. What is your favorite dish? If she tells you she wants a dog, don't say, "Cool, I used to have a hamster, it escaped." That's uninspiring to say the least. Add personality. Show that you really listened and remembered the details. For example, remember you were talking about that exhibition you were going to? How did it go? Most importantly, don't start with, "I remember everything. I wrote down every word you said." That already sounds alarming. Be light and sincere. You don't have to think too much about each message. Simplicity and ease create comfort. For example, "Hi, remembering our conversation, how are you doing with that project?" But, "Hi, do you have a minute to talk?" It's something from customer service. Mistakes worth exposing: too formal communication. If your message sounds like business correspondence, it will quickly alienate. For example, "Good evening, I hope you had a wonderful day." She may think you're not introducing yourself, but inviting her to a shareholder meeting. Intrusiveness. Constant messages like, "Are you busy? Why aren't you answering?" causes tension. She may start to think you are investigating instead of communicating. Lack of initiative. If you expect her to ask questions and keep the conversation going, alas, it won't work. It's not like you're in a passive job where your boss does everything for you. Why it works? When you pay attention, engage her in a dialogue and show that you are genuinely interested in her opinion, she considers herself valuable. This sets the stage for further communication. And yes, communication where you just text, "How are you?" once a day is not a contribution to the relationship, it's like a like under her old post. Learn to keep it interesting, friends. Listen, remember, and engage. Then your dialogue will become not just a correspondence, but the beginning of something more. Give us a like, subscribe to the Infoport Psychology channel, and click the bell. In this installment, we consider why patience and a sense of security play a key role in relationships. Let's keep going. Playing games in relationships is like strategy from board games. You think it's a brilliant move, but in reality, no one understands why you're doing it. Phrases like, "I won't answer right away, let her suffer," or "I'll play the mystery in case she gets carried away," can work. Except in cheap, romantic movies. In fact, such games only make girls roll their eyes and think, "Well, there you go, another one who doesn't know what he wants." Why don't relationship games work? They create distrust. When you pretend to be someone else or intentionally play unavailable, a girl starts to doubt your sincerity. If she sees that you're texting after 3 hours because it's supposed to be that way so you don't look too interested, she's more likely to think you're having internet problems. It looks immature. Games signal that you are insecure and afraid to show your feelings. It's like playing hide and seek where you yourself have forgotten why you hid in the first place. They're tiresome. No one wants to solve riddles to figure out what you're thinking. Women like open and honest communication, not quests. She had come for a meeting, not a logic exam. Why did he look at me 3 times but say nothing? Typical mistakes in, "I won't answer right away so I don't look too approachable" games. This is an old trick that more often than not causes annoyance rather than interest. She's not thinking, "Wow, he's so mysterious." It's more like, "He's probably busy with something more important." Whatever. Show I don't care. If you want to look indifferent, don't be surprised if a girl decides you're really not interested. It's like going to the store, standing at the register for a long time and not buying anything. Why did you even bother coming? I'll play mysterious. Mystery only works in movies where the protagonist is mysteriously silent and the heroine falls in love for some reason. In real life, it looks like a lack of communication. If your mysteriousness boils down to you speaking in cryptic hints, she's likely to wonder, what's wrong with him? What to do instead of playing games? Be honest, if you're interested in continuing to communicate, let her know that. For example, I enjoyed talking to you, I want to get to know you better. That sounds a lot better than, maybe if you're not busy, we'll cross paths sometime, or not, whatever. Respond in a timely manner. Why put off responding when you can continue a pleasant dialogue right away? If your plan is to drag out the pause, she may think you took a month's vacation and forgot your number. Be yourself. Show your real personality, even if you're a little nervous. Sincerity always evokes sympathy. If you like board games, don't say, I go to the gym 6 times a week. Rather say, I'm the king at Monopoly. You'll have to work hard to beat me. Why? Sincerity wins. Women appreciate men who are honest about their intentions. When you reveal that you are interested, it builds trust. She sees that you are not trying to manipulate or play weird games. And yes, it's much better than her thinking. With him, you always have to think and guess what he really wants. Stop playing around and start being genuine. Honesty and openness create deeper and stronger connections. Give us a like, subscribe to the Infoport Psychology channel and click the bell. In this installment, we'll discuss why feeling safe and secure is crucial in a relationship. Let's move on. Friends, patience in communication is like aging a good wine. Sometimes it takes a while for things to recover and the results will pay off. Not all relationships start instantly with fireworks and romantic music in the background. Some girls need a little more time to realize if she is interested in you. But let's be honest, just because she says, let's call sometime, doesn't mean you have to call in 5 minutes with, so, are you worried yet? It doesn't mean you have to call in 5 minutes with the phrase, so, are you worried yet? You're not a pizza delivery guy who has to be at the door in half an hour. Why is patience so important? Girls don't always jump to conclusions. Not all decisions are instantaneous. She may be still considering, she sees your communication. Patience makes her feel comfortable. Your task is not to turn the dating process into a race. No one wins a medal for the fastest way to win a heart. Time allows for a change of interest. Sometimes it takes a little more time for there to be chemistry between you. Polite and unobtrusive communication creates a space where she can get to know you better. If you write, so, have you decided if you like me or not? Congratulations, you've just added to her headache. Haste can be discouraging. If you rush things, it gives the impression that you are too desperate. Girls appreciate confident men who know how to wait. Not those who are in a hurry, for example, like the last train leaving. It's like making tea. If you're in a hurry and pick up a bag in a second, you're unlikely to get anything tasty. Mistakes worth jeopardizing. Too frequent texting. If you hammer her with texts without even waiting for a response to the first message, that's not patience, that's panic. She certainly notices your activity, but probably not from the side you expected, expecting immediate decisions. So, shall we go on a date tomorrow? This sounds assertive, especially if she hasn't decided if she wants to keep talking. Her response, let's call later, is not a code word for, call me in 10 seconds. Communication pressure. If you ask, are you sure you have time for me? You sound like someone who is signing a contract, not communicating. Girls do not participate in the make a decision as quickly as possible quest. How to develop patience. Give her space. Not everyone is ready for active communication right away. Give her the opportunity to take the initiative. Remember, she can be busy. She is not a secretary who is responsible for your messages in real time. Focus on other aspects of your life. Take up your hobbies, go out with friends, work on yourself. This will help you not to obsess. And if your hobbies are counting how long it's been since her last reply, it's time to find something more productive. Understand her signals. If she responds politely but briefly, she may need more time to adjust to the communication. It doesn't mean she's ignoring you. Her answer may be longer because she decided to have a snack first. Why patience pays off. When you continue to show patience, the girl will think that her space is respected. This creates a comfortable atmosphere where she can communicate better and without unnecessary pressure. And yes, waiting is not about looking at your phone and checking Messenger every 10 seconds. It's about self-confidence and respect for the person. Friends, learn to be patient. Respect her time and don't rush things. This is a quality that is valued not only in relationships, but also in life. Give us a like, subscribe to the Infoport Psychology channel, and click the bell. In this installment, we look at why feeling safe plays a key role in relationships. Let's keep going. Friends, confidence and self-confidence are like two different dishes. One is delicious pasta with parmesan, the other is overboiled pasta with cheese powder. Women are attracted to men who know their worth, but who don't think they are the center of the earth. And yes, if your communication style is, hold on to me tight, I'm your only chance at happiness, then don't be surprised that a girl would sooner find her way out than say bye. What is it about women and confidence? Calmness and reliability. A confident man radiates a calmness that is transmitted to those around him. A woman feels comfortable with him, not like on a ride where you don't know what to expect every second. It's like the difference between a cab driver who calmly drives you and one who turns every traffic light into a Formula One race. Who would you trust with your life? The ability to listen. Confidence is not a monologue about your favorite self, but the ability to listen to the other party. A man who respects her opinion includes much more than one who demands 10 seconds from women. If your conversation sounds like dialogue with a radio announcer, she'll want to turn you off, just like a commercial in traffic. Real support. A confident man makes a woman feel special, rather than turning all communication into a competition. If you prove that you can solve her crossword puzzle faster, it's more a demonstration of you not being at your best than confidence. What is it about self-confidence that repels? Arrogance. Phrases like, "You'll never find a better man than me," don't sound like a compliment to yourself, but a warning to a girl. She can, of course, accept that distinction, but only so she can let you go as soon as possible. Attempts to dominate. If you always try to mostly talk or impose your opinion, it causes irritation rather than sympathy. Remember, your interlocutor is not a subordinate at work, and your commands are more likely to cause a desire to leave than to continue the conversation. Ignoring her opinion. Assertive men often don't let a woman speak or simply ignore what she says. You don't want her to remember you as someone you can just sit and nod with without engaging in dialogue, do you? How to keep the balance? Don't try to dominate. By letting her speak, respect her opinion. A confident man is one who is not afraid of dialogue, not monologue. Example. Instead of, "Let me explain how things work," say, "I wonder how you see it." And please don't start with the phrase, "I certainly know more, but I'm submitting to you for a change." Respect boundaries. Confidence is when you offer, not demand. Example. If you're free on Friday, why don't we go out? I'd love to. Not, you're with me on Friday, so keep the evening free. It sounds like you've arranged it with your boss. Set an example with actions, not words. Confidence is not about bragging, it's about actions. Your actions should back up your words. If you say you can cook, but your only culinary skills are heating up pizza, it's best to keep quiet about it. Why it works? Women value confidence because it creates a sense of security and comfort. Self-confidence, on the other hand, causes distrust and irritation. And yes, if you think you're the grand prize at the party, don't be surprised that she'll be looking for someone with a less golden package. Learn to be confident, but also pay attention to respect and modesty. Women appreciate those who confidently know their worth, but do not impose it on those around them. Give us a like, subscribe to the Infoport Psychology channel, and click the bell. In this installment, we will discuss why feeling safe is one of the biggest factors in a relationship. Friends, the ability to laugh at yourself is a superpower that makes you a person who is truly a pleasure to be around. Women adore men who don't dwell on their failures and don't turn every little thing into a tragedy. If you drop your spoon and then interrogate the waiter about why exactly this happened to you, don't be surprised if she thinks, "This guy is too serious for spaghetti. Why is this quality so important?" Laughter creates a comfortable atmosphere. When you laugh at your little failures, it shows that you are not trying to be perfect. It makes you feel like you are easy and fun to be with. After all, no one wants to spend an evening with someone who dramatizes everything from the fact that they were served iced tea to the fact that there's a small crease on their shirt. This is a sign of confidence. People who can laugh at themselves are not afraid to appear imperfect. It proves that you are confident even when things go wrong. And yes, it's much better to say, "Well, there you go, I showed off my dancing skills on a flat surface again," than to pretend you tripped on purpose for the sake of a joke. You become less tense. Laughter helps you to diffuse the situation and not dwell on awkward moments. It shows that you live lightly and don't burden yourself with trivialities. And if you turn every situation into a life lesson, a girl might think you're more suited for philosophy circles than dating. Typical examples where humor saves the day. You accidentally spill a drink. Instead of, "Oh no, now it's ruined," say, "Great, now I can test the napkins in this place." The key is, don't blame the glass or the waiter. That would already look weird. You forgot what you were going to say. Instead of panicking, just say it. My brilliant plan just escaped my mind. Give me a second. I'll get it back. A girl appreciates that much more than you staring somewhere trying to remember what it was. You said something embarrassing. Instead of making excuses, you could just make a joke. It was an attempt to show my originality. Didn't work? Okay, I'll try again. What's one thing you definitely shouldn't do? Pretending nothing happened. If you ignore the situation, it can look insecure. You dropped your phone on the floor, and then you looked at it like it jumped there. Really? That's suspicious. Making drama out of little things. If your mistake turns into a tragedy, it creates tension. The girl is here to relax, and not to comfort you if you just failed an exam. Laughing at yourself is too aggressive. Humor should be light-hearted and not turn into a level of self-irony. Ha ha, I'm generally terrible. It already sounds like you're inviting her to feel sorry for you rather than laughing together. Tips: how to change this quality. Accept your mistakes. You don't have to try to be confident. All people do stupid things from time to time, and that's okay. Example: dropped your fork? Say, oh well, that was my first step into a cooking show. Try making a light-hearted joke. A light and friendly joke is always better than an apology or silence. Example: I think my eloquent moment is over. It's okay, it'll be better next time. Don't be afraid to look ridiculous. The key is not to go overboard. Girls appreciate ease, not turning into a circus show. Why it works. Being able to laugh at yourself makes you approachable, understandable, and interesting. Women are reassured that you are confident, not self-centered, and not afraid to be real. And yes, if you dropped your spoon and said, "That was my most graceful move of the day," that's 1,000 times better than looking at her like she made you do it. Learn to accept your mistakes with humor. This not only makes you more attractive, but also creates a light and positive atmosphere in society. Give us a like, subscribe to the Infoport Psychology channel, and click the bell. In this installment, we take into account that feeling safe becomes key in a relationship. And to conclude, so friends, today we discussed how to keep things interesting after dating, why it's important to consider relationship games, dealing with negative consequences, and staying patient. We also broke down why women appreciate feeling confident, but not cocky, and how being able to laugh at yourself makes you truly attractive. But that's not all. In the next part, we will talk about why is a sense of security so important in a relationship, how to show a woman that you are a reliable partner, and how to stay confident even in difficult circumstances. Don't miss this part. Subscribe to the Infoport Psychology channel, give it a like, and click the bell for even more helpful tips. In the meantime, write in the comments, what is your biggest challenge in communication? What was your favorite part of today's episode? Let's become better together. See you in the next video.